Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting a new series where I'm going to discuss and review some of my gear. So each episode I'll just pick something out of my bag and we'll just go over it and review it. Today I'm going to go over the flashlights that I carry. I have 4 of them here in front of me. This isn't going to be a full in-depth review, this is just my personal opinion on them and just showing you guys what I use. Before we get started, I just want to thank everybody for supporting my channel. And anybody that's new here, I welcome you. If you like my content, click the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe and notification bell icon, and that will remind you anytime a video of mine comes out. And if you have any comments or suggestions, just leave them down below. So yeah, let's get started. So first I'll just talk a little about each light, and then later when it gets dark we'll do a nighttime test of each light to give you a better idea just how each performs. And I'll leave links below in the description if you want more information or to purchase these. First up is the Olight S1R Baton. This light is amazing. This is my main light I carry in my pocket. It's so small, you can carry it anywhere. And the amount of light this puts out is incredible. It puts out 900 lumens on turbo. I know to a lot of people that they can't really put that in perspective, but hopefully in the nighttime test when I show you, you'll understand and you won't be able to believe how much light this little flashlight puts out. Plus it's the Olight brand. I'm a really big fan of Olight. All their lights are just built with quality. Yeah, they're just amazing overall. What I also like about these is they're rechargeable. You don't have to take the battery out. Comes with this magnetic charger, so it just snaps on there, and it just has a USB, and it'll give an indicator here, green or red, depending on if it's charging or if it's fully charged. So it's really great, easy. Comes with a nice strap here. It comes with a clip, so you can put this on your hat or a piece of clothing. Clip is removable if you don't want that. I'll just take this apart and I'll just show you. So it uses a special battery. That's the thing about these batteries, I guess you can call that a negative for some people. These don't just use AA's or AAA's. They are special batteries, but they're rechargeable. You get a spare, carry it with you. You shouldn't have an issue. So these are waterproof. It has an O-ring here on the tail cap. So I think it's rated to 2 meters in water. So yeah, you click once, that turns it on. It'll remember the last setting that you had it on when you turned it off. And then to cycle through, you can click it and hold down. It will cycle through 3 modes: low, medium, and high. And then if you want turbo, you double click. Then if you want Turbo S, they call it, which is 900 lumens, it's most the light can do, you double click again. That'll give you full maximum power. but it'll only run for a minute or two, I believe, at this, and then it will automatically just step down because it will actually build heat. Like, I can feel it getting warm right now, but that is a lot of light to come out of this. Turn it off, just click there. And then yeah, it says the other turbo mode is 550, high is 270, medium 55, low 10, and then there's a moonlight, which is 0.5. If you have any questions about these lights or you want any more information, like I say, I'll leave links down in the description and you can look them up and find out all the details on them. But this is by far my favorite light. So next up is the S2R Baton. As you can see, this looks pretty similar to the last one, except it's longer, probably twice as long, maybe not quite twice as long. And it uses a lot bigger of a battery than the last one. So it's an 18650, 3200 milliamp hour, 3.6 volt. So what this will give you that the other S1R won't, this will give you a lot longer runtime. Plus it gives you a little bit more lumens. It gives you 1020 lumens on turbo. So a little bit more, but it will run at that a lot longer than the other one. It has a clip, once again, that's removable. You can put this on the rim of your hat. The controls are the same. Click it on, then you can hold it. It'll cycle through low, medium, and high. And then double click for turbo. And IPX8 for the water resistance. So you can drop this in 2 meters of water and it should be good. It has O-rings on the tail cap and everything is sealed. A few more details here. So yeah, on turbo 1020, high is 500, medium 120, low 12, moonlight 0.5. So next up is another Olight. This is my third Olight. This is a newer one I just got. I haven't even used it that much. It has a nice desert tan color, they call it. But yeah, it's the Olight Seeker 2 Pro. It's a nice little rubberized grip right here. The tail cap is the usual magnetic, just like that. Same as the other ones. Yeah, this goes up to 3200 lumens on turbo mode. So this puts out an incredible amount of light for how relatively compact this still is. It is bigger than the other ones by quite a bit, but this is still really not that big. I see similar lights that are this size that don't put out even a fraction of the light this does. Like 3200 lumens in this little light is insane. So this has the same water rating, drop resistance as the other ones. It's got an O-ring there. And as you can see, this battery is massive. .6 volt, 21700, 5000 milliamp hour. Huge battery. This does come with a spot for a lanyard. I don't have it on there yet. So it also came with this a little holder. And you can put this on your belt or whatever, because it is a little bit bigger. But really, this will still fit in a jacket pocket easily. This one is slightly newer, so they do have some different indicators on this. I'll turn it on and show you. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it lights up over on this side to tell you how much battery you have left. And over here is an indication of the level that it's at. So right now it was in low mode. Once again, you hold down and it will cycle low, medium, high. If you double click, that's turbo. That's full max 3200 lumen. And it puts out a good amount of heat. I can feel it right now. So this will also step down. You can't just run turbo for like an hour. It'll step down after, I think, 2 minutes or something, just because it will get too hot. But yeah, so this I would definitely use if you're going camping or you're going on a long hike. Even if you just threw this in your backpack and had one of the smaller ones just in your pocket. This would be a really awesome emergency light, because this will light your way. You won't have any issues seeing anything. And yeah, you could buy spare batteries. I know they're a bit pricey, but with the battery in this, and if you had a spare one, you'd be good. The build quality on these Olights, I haven't seen anything really better. They're just built so well, and they look just really nice. They have all kinds of different colors. I got this one just because I thought it was different instead of black. Yeah, I have the instruction booklet here. We'll just have a look at the specs here again, just to make sure I'm giving you the right information. So yeah, there's a moonlight mode, 5 lumens, low 50, medium 300, high 1200, and turbo 3200. So yeah, it'll do 2 minutes continuous at 3200 and it'll automatically step down. So up next is the Thrunite Mini TN30 2016 version. So finally I have a light here that's not an Olight. This is Thrunite. This is probably my next favorite company. So as you can see, this light is huge compared to the other ones. They use this, they call this like a soda can light, because it's pretty much the size of a soda can. Just to give you a size comparison to the last one. Just goes to show you that how big it is. But to be honest, for the light output this has and the runtime, it's still a relatively smaller light compared to some out there for a floodlight. Like this is literally like a floodlight that fits in your hand like this. Because I've seen other ones out there, I mean they're huge and they're not practical at all. This will still kind of go in your pocket, not your pants pocket, but your coat or in your backpack. So this is really good for an emergency light, or if you're going somewhere really dark. This is a light that I used when I went to the Hart Creek bunker. And without this light, the video wouldn't have been nowhere near as good as it is. This lit up that bunker like crazy. So this is 3,660 lumens. So it's actually just a little bit more lumens than this one. But you look at it like, okay, well, what's the point of this one then? Look how big it is compared to this when there's not much of a gap. Well, this can only run at that 3200 lumens for a couple minutes, and then it steps down. Your run time is going to be a lot less on this. This, because of how big it is, there's 4 batteries in here. I'll show you in a second. This will run at that 3660 lumens steady, I think, without stepping down for literally a couple hours until the batteries drain. So this is just a beast of a light. There's the Lens part has three LEDs in there. Has a lanyard, but it also has a holster too, just because it is so big. Build quality on this, well, it's all metal. It's amazing quality too, just like the Olights. And it works pretty similar. So there's your on button. It actually gives you a little light indication here. And you can cycle through them the same way, low, medium, high, and then double click. That's your full power. Might not look like much right now, but at night this lights up the forest or wherever you are. So this comes apart. It comes apart differently. It comes apart in the middle. Also has O-rings, waterproofing. And this is how this one comes apart. So this has 4 18650 batteries. So just one of these batteries was what was in the S2R Baton that I showed you earlier. This has 4. Now in order to charge these, they have to all be taken out and put into an individual charger and charged up. So there's no way of charging this light, charging the batteries while it's in the light. So that's one downfall of this. When the batteries run out, you got to take the batteries out, charge them, put them back in. But the run time on this is so long, no one's going to use it 3,660 lumens for 2 hours straight too often. So if you only use it a little bit here and there, this will last a long time. So here's the manual that I kept for this too, just because it kind of gives a nice rundown of all the specs here. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention on the other lights, they all have a strobe function. And I'll show you that at night. And this also has a firefly, 0.5 lumens, so it has a faint glow, which is sometimes nice just for looking at a map or something like that where you don't need much light at all. And then it has a low, 46 lumens, medium, 470 lumens, high, 2060 lumens, and there's turbo, 3660 lumens, 120 minutes. And yeah, it has the IPX8 waterproof, impact resistance 1 meter. And that's the other thing this light has over the other ones, the distance. This can go up to 320 meters. So that's the big thing with this. Maximum light, long run time. It'll throw light a fairly big distance, 320 meters. But it's very floody too. So it's not just like a beam of light. It's kind of a well-rounded in between, just nice floodlight, but still gives out some distance. Just to give you an idea of the size difference. For the light output this little guy has over here, this is an awesome light for just carrying every day. You can carry this literally everywhere. So this type of light I would definitely recommend for just the average person, anybody, to have. It's an emergency light, everyday light, whatever. And as you go bigger, well, some of these, like I like them, they're good for certain things, like if you're camping, you're going on an explore somewhere further away, that's where these other ones come in. It never hurts to have a nice floodlight, whether this one or this one, that's something that puts out a lot of light. My favorite out of all of these is this guy. And I think at the time when I got this, I think it was around $80 Canadian, so it's not cheap, especially for how small it is. So anyway guys, like I'll be back at night and we're gonna test all these lights out. Okay, welcome back everybody. First up, I'm just gonna test another light that I brought from home. It's just a 200 lumen department store light, just an ordinary light, $20. So this is 200 lumens, runs on 2 AA's I believe. So it can't even light up the trees, not even that far away. And up next, this is the S1R Baton. This is the first light that we looked at. So I'll go through the modes. I think that's medium. That's high. So that's turbo. So you can at least see the trees over there. And that's Turbo S, which is 800, 900 lumens. As you can see, that's a pretty good light compared to the other 200 lumen one we just looked at. So next up is the S2R Baton. So it's low. So that's medium. That's high. And that's turbo. So that's the maximum this does. It's just a little bit brighter than the S1R. This is 1020 lumens on turbo. Still a pretty good light. So next up is the Seeker 2 Pro. So this is low mode. Medium. High. So now we can see up there quite a ways. Those trees in front of us. No problem. And turbo. So right now that's 3200 lumens. It also does a strobe. Okay, up next is the Thrunite Mini TN30. So this puts out 3660 lumens on turbo. Let's just cycle through low, medium, high. Just on high it's still pretty good. And then turbo. See way over there. Trees. Tops of the trees. See, this light has lots of flood, but as you can see it's throwing quite a ways down there compared to the other lights. It has a strobe too. So if I'm going in the woods by myself, camping or hiking or whatever, this is the light I want in my backpack. I might want the little one too, for just walking around, but when you need lots of light, you want something like this. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you liked this video. If you did, just click the thumbs up, subscribe. It'll mean a lot for me and my channel. So see you on the next one.